SAPD says robbery suspects returned to the scene of their crime this morning, then led officers on a chase on the city's west side. The latest on their investigation.
And a family able to escape with just their pets after their home catches fire, where firefighters say those flames started.
And we have a lot to talk about in terms of the humidity returning for the weekend, warm temperatures, and then a cold front blowing in Sunday night that's going to change all of that, plus spark up a rain chance. We'll have all those details for you in a few.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
A man shaken up after a frightening stay at a West Side motel. San Antonio police say it involved him being tied up and possibly even robbed at gunpoint.
Katrina Weber tells us how officers quickly caught up with the suspects in this case.
It's checkout time of a different kind at the Equine Lodge. San Antonio police checking out a report of a robbery involving a man who was tied up inside a room. They say a worker called them here to Southwest Loop 410 near Marbach Road after the man made his way to the front office just before 9:30 this morning with zip ties still on his wrist. Police say the 28-year-old spoke only Spanish, but told them he was robbed by some people who already had gotten away. The victim was able to give police a description of the car involved, and officers say while they were here, it showed back up again, but took off immediately when the driver saw police. Some of the officers went after that SUV, then caught up with it after it spun out a few miles away on Medina Base Road near Loop 410. They took two people, 17 and 18 years old, into custody. Police say one of them had a gun. Back at the motel, they found two other men inside the room with the victim who was still asleep. They weren't sure right away how they're tied to the case. Police say there's a lot they're still investigating, including the possibility this all may be tied to human trafficking. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at noon, a surveillance camera capturing an 83-year-old man inappropriately touching a young girl inside a local business.
That man now facing jail time. Richard Flores Murray is charged with indecency with a child with contact. The incident happened earlier this month, and according to the arrest affidavit, the victim, just 12 years old, was on the way to the ladies' room when she began talking to Murray. Now, police say the two would speak on occasion to each other in passing, but on this day, he asked her for a hug.
The child said, okay, and when she hugged him, he then asked for a kiss. She says she didn't know what to do, and that's when he allegedly began touching her inappropriately. Police say that she was able to get free and ran into the bathroom where her brother eventually found her. They told their parents, who understandably went looking for Murray, but he was seen driving away from that business park.
He was arrested and booked into the Bexar County Jail on $60,000 bond. She was out walking early this morning. A woman left seriously injured after being hit by a car. Police say she was walking in the 6400 block of I-10 West near Balcones Road on the northwest side just before 2 a.m. They tell us the victim was walking in the street on the access road of I-10 when the driver of a dark-colored car hit her. The driver did stop to help. The woman was taken to the hospital, and at last check, she was in critical condition.
A family's sleep interrupted early this morning by a fire. Scary stuff. San Antonio police say that they were called at around 3:45 to the 5500 block of Sunup Drive near Lookout Road. They say the fire at the split-level home started in the kitchen. Two people inside were able to get out with several dogs. Crews quickly put out those flames. Firefighters say they were able to keep the fire in the kitchen area.
Another fire this morning. This one on Breeden Street near Recoleta broke before 4:30 a.m. at a mobile home. Firefighters on the scene at the incident say the flames spread to another mobile home. Both were on a property lot owned by a construction business. According to the battalion chief, the mobile homes appeared to be offices, but as if they hadn't been used in a while. No one was hurt and no word on the cause of the fire.
There's a one-of-a-kind event that is coming to Uvalde in 2023. Its goal is to help continue the healing process for the entire city. Plans just announced. The Balling for Uvalde World Weekend will serve as a fundraiser for the people there. The money's going to go to a new rec center called Baller Academy. The youth mentoring organization behind the event hopes to raise $15 million. Organizers anticipating thousands of people to participate in person, and millions would tune in to the live stream worldwide. That fundraiser set for February 4th and 5th of next year. It's going to have charity concerts, an international celebrity and family soccer tournament. The kickoff event set for next month on November 6th. There's a website to donate and get your tickets. It's already up, and we do have a link to that website on our website, KSAT.com.
Now to a developing story out of North Carolina. Police say 5 people were shot dead, including an off-duty officer, after a teenage gunman opened fire near a nature trail not far from downtown Raleigh.
Several other victims also rushed to the hospital. That suspect, according to law enforcement, is only 15 years old. They were taken into police custody with life-threatening injuries. ABC's Rena Roy now with the latest.
A massive crime scene in Raleigh, North Carolina. Investigators gathering evidence near a popular walking trail after police say a gunman opened fire Thursday evening, killing 5 people.
We have an officer down.
Among the dead, a 16-year-old boy and an off-duty police officer. A second officer rushed to the hospital has since been released. Another victim still there in critical condition.
There are several families in our community waking up this morning without their loved ones. We grieve for them today. Our prayers are also with those who are injured.
Raleigh police urging people nearby to stay inside as the violence unfolded.
I want again, as I did last night, thank the swift, coordinated, and courageous law enforcement response. It was a complex mission in a short amount of time.
Law enforcement sources telling ABC affiliate WTVD authorities cornered the gunman in a barn several hours after the shooting. They later took him into custody with life-threatening injuries. It's unclear if his wounds were self-inflicted. He's now in critical condition. A law enforcement official tells ABC News the suspect is just 15 years old.
While we are grieving, Raleigh remains a resilient community, and we will get through this together. Please keep the families and loved ones of our victims in your hearts and in your prayers.
Right now, it's unclear why the gunman unleashed this violence. Police are working on figuring out a motive, saying they will issue an initial report in 5 days. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, traffic work crews will be out over the weekend in several areas around the city. Traffic Authority Stephen Gavasso is pinpointing where you could possibly run into a delay on the roads.
The work around the Alamo City will continue throughout the month of October, and in and around the Alamo City, make sure you plan to commute ahead of time. Loop 410 here on the west side of San Antonio. We continue to see asphalt work take place next week. That will begin on Monday, October 17th. Should take us through the end of October 31st. It will be overnight, so make sure you drive carefully, 8 in the evening to 5 in the morning. Alternating lane closures on the frontage roads. That'll be in both directions from Bandera Road to Marbach Road. Let's take a jump outside of Bexar County and head over to State Highway 46 in Comal County. Barrier installation has been ongoing since Monday, October 10th, and will continue until Friday, October 21st. This is overnight, so you may have already seen this. 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning, alternating lane closures in both directions from Bentwood Drive to Far Hills Drive. One last look. Yep. I-10 in Kendall County, pavement work is current until Friday, October 28th, 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning. Single main lane closures in both directions from US 87 to FM 473 is what you can expect to see out there. Grab those phones right now if you can and scan that QR code and tap the center of your screen. That will take you directly to our KSAT traffic page. It has a full list of all the closures that will continue throughout the month of October. Drive safe.
Still coming up at this half hour, the Astros are just one win away from the ALCS. They came from behind with more drama to get it done yesterday. Larry Ramirez with the highlights coming up in sports.
But first, we're going to tell you about a therapy program close to my heart. They're teaming up with people and horses to heal. We're going to take you out to Bernie to share their special bonds.
A horse ranch in Bernie changing the lives of thousands of people, one ride at a time.
Tiffany Huertas takes us to a therapeutic riding ranch, and she's going to show us how a man is proving there are no limits to your dreams when you open your heart and your mind.
For about 4 years, Dwayne Bergman has been coming here to Open Trail Ranch in Bernie.
There you go.
Over time, he created a special bond with Montana.
He definitely has learned how to tack his horse, groom his horse.
All right, hands. Dwayne's horseback riding has also improved.
When he first started, he had full volunteer support, so he had 2 sidewalkers, a horse handler. He could barely even get on the horse by himself. Over the course of that 3 or 4 years, he is now riding all by himself.
But for Dwayne, it's about spending time with Montana that makes his day extra special.
When you're around Montana, how do you feel?
Better.
And that is the goal of this 100-acre ranch. Executive Director Kate Vasquez says it's a place to heal, grow, and learn.
Our facility helps everybody in our community with a special need, whether that be a physical disability, a mental health challenge that they're going through, a time in their life that they need extra support.
Take a left turn on the rail.
The nonprofit's mission is to help people reach their highest potential, gain self-confidence and self-esteem through equine-oriented activities.
Good job, Julia, getting her lined up correctly.
The center has created ADA accessible ramps and barns. Everything inside here is easily reached from light switches, equipment, and stall doors.
Keep your hands up.
They are learning to ride. They are learning everything from getting their horse out of their stall to brushing them off and getting their tack on, and then getting on and performing riding skills so that they can become independent.
For Dwayne, he wants to continue learning and has big dreams.
He talks about wanting to open up his own business. He wants to work here with us. Good job, girl.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Miracle of horses. I'll say it again.
You know, they could probably use a little rain out there to tamp down that dust in
Did
that
you
arena.
see that?
Just a tad.
That's what
Be
caught
nice.
my eye too. Yeah.
Not a drop.
We could definitely use it. The good news is that we have some better chances by Sunday night and into Monday of next week. Quickly, let's take a look at those aquifer levels this Friday. No change in the aquifer, still 630.1. In terms of our pollen count, wrapping up the work week, we have molds and ragweed out there. A little up from yesterday for both in that moderate category. Now, as we head into the weekend, we see that humidity increase, but that will fuel that rain chance Sunday night and Monday with that front moving in. Those details are in a few.
When's the last time you actually spent the weekend looking forward to a Monday?
I know. But hey, if it's 60% or 50% chance of rain, I'm in.
We'll take it, right? Absolutely. The weekend is going to be a little humid out there, a little warmer than where we should be for this time of year. But yes, early next week, we've got those changes that move into South Texas with that second cold front that is going to pack a little bit more of a punch when it comes to temperatures and rainfall. So good news all around, especially for those that really are searching for that fall-like feel. As we take a look at satellite and radar here this Friday afternoon, not a whole lot going on out there. We did have some morning cloud cover that worked its way into portions of the area. That is breaking up just a little bit more this afternoon. I think we will continue to see that trend. Maybe a few high clouds streaming in from the west by late afternoon and into the early evening. More of those peaks of sunshine, though, helping those temperatures really warm over the next several hours. I'm going to throw in a very isolated 10% chance for maybe a stray splash of rain, a stray shower to pop up before the day is done. Better chances of finding that south and east of San Antonio, closer to the coast, where more of that moisture has been present so far today. Again, that moisture really only increasing as we head into the upcoming weekend. Really, for the most part, the weekend is going to be pretty dry out there in terms of those rain chances. But by Sunday evening and especially Sunday night, we will start to see those rain chances go up, and even more so on Monday as we see this next front make its way through the Lone Star State. So notice here throughout the day on Sunday, we start to see that boundary push into the northern reaches of Texas. That will continue sliding southward throughout the second half of the weekend, arriving in the San Antonio area Sunday night and into the early morning hours of our Monday, sparking up that chance for some scattered rain as well as some thunderstorms. Monday is going to be a day to keep the umbrella as well as the rain jacket nearby before we see those northerly winds take over. Likely will be pretty breezy out there on Monday. Monday, ushering in cooler and drier air. Now, still too early to talk exact totals and exact locations, but by the time all is said and done, we will have the potential to find about 1 to 2+ inches of rain for those that are able to tap into some of those downpours, a couple of thunderstorms as well. It is sorely needed. We know that. So far this year, we've only recorded just under 8¼ inches over at San Antonio International. The average over 26 inches for this time of year as well. So definitely could use the rainfall. That, of course, reflected in our drought monitor here. This is the latest update that was released yesterday. Still do have extreme to exceptional drought in place near the San Antonio metro and stretching up the I-35 corridor as well. All right, until we can get there, though, a look outside with live cam, seeing more peaks of sunshine out there with those clouds trying to break up a little bit more. 82 degrees this hour, a dew point of 63, so starting to see those moisture and humidity levels rise. 79 in Kerrville this hour, 83 in Hondo, 84 in Pleasanton, and 82 out in Eagle Pass. You can really see these southeasterly winds that are pumping in more of that humidity. You'll be able to feel it this weekend. We'll start off in the 70s with more of that mugginess in place. Still warmer than average Saturday and Sunday afternoons, upper 80s, low 90s, but then everything changes next week after that front moves in. Sweater weather, especially in the mornings.
As they say, change is good.
There you go. Looking forward to it.
Week 8 already got some great games going last night, and looking forward to some more high school.
Yes, week 8 means teams are jockeying for playoff position right now, and one of those games last night in week 8, of course, is the Gucci Bowl between Clark and Churchill. Plus, in the college game, Baylor played a Thursday night contest, and this was a high-scoring contest. Coming up. The 5-2 Clark Cougars played the 2-4 Churchill Chargers last night in District 28 6A. First quarter, Cougars are punting, and here's a snap, and it's blocked by Sutton Cantrell. Ty Webb is there to scoop it up in the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 Churchill in the final from Comalander, 24-7 Churchill. Turning to District 29 6A at Ferris Stadium, we have the Warren Warriors and O'Connor Panthers. Warren quarterback Antonio Meza takes a snap and fires to Elijah Riazola in the end zone for a 13-yard score. 7-0 Warren, and the Warriors take it 40-12. Let's go to Alamo Stadium for second half action between the Highlands Owls and Edison Golden Bears. Fourth quarter, Edison down 6-0. Bears' Marco Gomez takes the snap, fakes the handoff, he keeps it and picks up 10 yards to the Owls 12. A few plays later, the handoff goes to Alex Hernandez, and he leaps into the end zone for the touchdown. Bears take a 7-6 lead with 4.5 minutes to go, but Highlands comes back 12-7. The top-ranked Bernie Greyhounds and 12's top 12 sub-5A poll face Memorial Minutemen. Greyhounds running back Ivan Perez takes a handoff and goes right up the middle for a second touchdown of the game, and Bernie led 35-zip in the third quarter. That's set to the scoreboard now for that final, and Bernie goes on to win 35-0, and Laredo Cigarroa edged out Eagle Pass win 34-33. The big game coverage road trip tonight will take us to Bandera for the first time this season. The Bulldogs are 5-1 and are ready to face the Pearsall Mavericks in a District 14 4A2 contest. Fresh off of a bye week, we asked the Bulldogs what this team is all about.
All about, we are one. That's all it's about. Sticking together, playing with each other, sticking as family.
Family. It's all about family. We play for each other, practice for each other. That's it.
It's all about being knowing each other, getting together, all that. Because, we are one, so that's our motto, so.
We are one?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's our motto. We are one. We're a family. We're all about being together, working hard, pushing through any adversity we have to.
The road trip will take us to Bandera, Bernie Champion, and we will end the night at TMI. In the ALDS, the Houston Astros have a commanding 2-0 lead on Seattle in that best-of-5 series. Astros shortstop Jose Altuve came up with this gold glove play in the top of the third inning. He makes the grab on the run, jumps and throws back to first for the out. Houston wins 4-2 and will now head to Seattle looking for a sweep.
That third win is always the toughest because I've been in this situation a couple times, and so, you try to get it over with as soon as you can, so that they don't have much life after that third game. So
Yordan Alvarez strikes again with a go-ahead 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th. Seattle will host Houston Saturday at 3:07 p.m. Big 12 football last night. Baylor at West Virginia. Mountaineers running back Tony Mathis rushed for a career-high 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Casey Legg kicked the 22-yard field goal with 33 seconds left to lift West Virginia over Baylor 43-40. Legg, that's a good name for a kicker, right? Legg? I mean, perfect name, I guess.
You're going to Bandera?
Going to Bandera.
One of the all-time favorite stadiums because it's got that big oak tree in the back.
Pretty cool stuff.
Seen that thing?
Yeah.
The big oak tree
Yep.
back there. Right.
And I love it because it's in the hill country, so it's, it's awesome up there.
It'd be nice and cool.
Yes.
Kick a field goal and kids got to go up and get the ball out of the tree. I'm not kidding.
In the next half hour, instead of sharing lesson plans, a teacher reveals she has a kill list with students' names on it. Where this happened and the response from the school.
The last public hearing before the midterm elections came to a dramatic conclusion. The next step for the January 6th Select Committee, the story just ahead. It is being called by some as a compelling closing argument for the House Select Committee's likely final public hearing. The panel providing new details that President Trump was planning early on to declare fraud in the 2020 election.
And that hearing concluding with members voting unanimously to subpoena former President Donald Trump for his testimony and his documents. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington with the latest.
Never before seen documentary footage aired at Thursday's Select Committee hearing, taking Americans inside the safe location outside the Capitol where congressional leaders fled at the height of the January 6th riots.
We have got to finish the proceedings or else it will have a complete victory.
The video, shot by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's daughter for an HBO documentary, shows the bipartisan group of congressional leaders calling Trump administration cabinet officials and state leaders in an effort to certify the 2020 election results as quickly as possible.
There has to be some way we can maintain the sense that people have that there's some security or some confidence that government can function.
The revealing new video underscoring the House Select Committee's argument that American democracy came dangerously close to falling during the insurrection. The committee maintains former President Trump was the driving force behind that. The panel presenting evidence it says shows Trump consulting with advisor Tom Fitton on a plan to undermine the election results months before the election.
The draft statement, which was sent on October 31st, declares we had an election today and I won.
After months of building its case against Trump, the panel voting unanimously to subpoena him.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
The former president denouncing the investigation as a witch hunt, and legal experts are doubting he will willingly cooperate.
When you're under investigation in this many different investigations, any lawyer will say there's no way you can begin to answer questions.
ABC News has learned the Select Committee subpoena for Trump has not yet been formally issued, but could come down in just a matter of days. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
First responders in Massachusetts had to coordinate their efforts very carefully to rescue a man who got trapped in a metal shredder. It happened in the city of Everett yesterday. Details of how the man ended up in that shredder have not yet been released. After a lengthy and technical rescue, emergency medical personnel and fire crews were able to get him out of there and free him from that heavy machinery. The man was reportedly alive when he was freed from the metal shredder. He was taken to the hospital, though, with no doubt serious injuries.
The Purdue University student accused of stabbing his dorm roommate to death on campus, now formally charged with murder. A judge denied bond for Jinmi Shaw and ruled that he must remain in police custody ahead of his trial. Police say Shaw attacked his roommate Varun Cheheda last Wednesday. A plea of not guilty was entered on his behalf. If convicted of murder, Shaw could face anywhere from 45 to 65 years in prison. A trial date has not been set. Shaw is due back in court on December 2nd.
An unbelievable but true story. A fifth grade teacher in Indiana under investigation after allegedly telling a student she had a kill list with that student's name on it. That student immediately told the counselor and the principal. Police say the teacher admitted to making the comment about having a kill list, even naming a specific group of students' names, but she never gave them that list. The teacher was sent home, told not to return to school pending an investigation. Police were then called and the teacher was taken into custody. No charges have been filed against that teacher yet. Parents were notified of the incident and they were told that police say the school is safe, but out of concern for the students' emotional health, the school's principal decided today that classes would all be held virtually.
Florida's governor is easing voting rules for residents hit hard by Hurricane Ian. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order that extends early voting and allows voters to cast ballots at any precinct instead of just where they are assigned if they vote on Election Day. The changes apply to Lee, Charlotte, and Sarasota counties. Residents there can also request mail-in ballots to be sent to addresses other than their homes. They can cast ballots at early voting sites right up until Election Day. In other counties, those sites must be shut down the day before Election Day.
Taking a look outside with live cam, another really pretty day. 83 degrees. My hair is frizzing, but I don't care because there's a cold front coming.
Exactly. We just got to get through this weekend before we really see some of that cooler fall-like air take back over and some drier air as well. Let's take a look at some of those temperatures out there here early this Friday afternoon. For most of us, we started off in the 60s, low 70s here in Bexar County and officially over at the airport. We even saw some 50s earlier this morning up in the hill country, but starting to see more peaks of sunshine within kind of those partly cloudy skies that we have outside, helping those temperatures warm, upper 70s, low 80s. But yes, the humidity is already making its way back into south central Texas. Those dew points a little bit more on the elevated side compared to where we were earlier this morning. You likely will notice that this weekend again, but before we can get there, this afternoon going to be warmer than average, upper 80s, low 90s before we see those temperatures fall back into the low to mid 80s later this evening. Again, the humidity does increase this weekend. Still going to be hot, but we've got that better chance for rain Sunday night and Monday with that next front followed by cooler temperatures. We'll have another look at that in just a few, guys.
Thank you, Mia. Week 8 of big game coverage, playoff position on the line. Larry Ramirez will tell you how to watch your favorite high school team without even leaving your house.
Next, researchers say there's a certain piece of athletic wear that may be exposing women to a dangerous chemical when they're working out. The name brands scientists say they found in the chemical after the break. All right, listen up, ladies. You may want to take a look at your sports bras after this show. Apparently, some new testing on some popular brands showed that there are high levels of BPA, which is a chemical compound that is used to make certain types of plastics that can be dangerous to your health that get released when you work out. Researchers say BPA can lead to things like asthma, heart disease, and obesity. Here are some of the name brands to look for. Athleta? Is that it? Athleta, Pink, Asics, the North Face, Brooks, All in Motion, Nike, and Fila. When the Center for Environmental Health tested for BPA in the past 6 months, those are the brands that had bras, sports bras, they say could expose wearers to up to 22 times the safe limit of BPA. That's based on standards that were set in California, though. Now, to be clear, the BPA chemical was found in the polyester-based clothing containing spandex, so those are the ones you need to look for. The companies have been sent legal notices. In the meantime, investigators say you just need to make sure that you change out of that sports bra after your workout.
2 supermarket giants may be ready to merge. The Wall Street Journal says the biggest supermarket company in the country, Kroger, is now in talks about bringing together forces with number 2, Albertsons. According to the CNN Business Journal, the $24.6 billion deal would create one of the largest grocery store chains in the United States with nearly 5,000 stores when combined. The merger would give the newly created company more muscle to compete with Amazon, Costco, Walmart, smaller grocery store rivals. CNN says both of the company's board of directors have approved the deal, but the merger still needs regulatory approval. The merger is expected to close in early 2024.
You're going to soon be able to get a Netflix subscription for a reasonable price if you're willing to put up with some ads. The streaming giant has now unveiled its basic with ads tier option. According to Netflix, the new option will feature much of the content you already can get with the basic plan, but commercials will air before and during the TV series or the movies. Each ad will be 15 to 30 seconds long. Viewers can expect to see an average of 4 to 5 minutes of commercials per hour. Ew. The basic with ads option will cost $6.99, $3 less than the $9.99 monthly charge for basic without ads. The new tier is slated to be available starting on November 3rd.
Good news for Taco Bell fans, just in time for lunch. Shouldn't we hear like a bell right there? Nacho fries are back on the menu for a limited time. This go around, the golden fries are being topped with nacho cheese sauce, marinated steak, and Truff's Hotter hot sauce. This spicy collaboration, loaded truff nacho fries, will be available for the next 2 weeks while supplies last. And if you want to make sure you are able to get your hands on one, Taco Bell has added a truff tracker on its app so you can easily spice up your order.
Is that healthy?
It looks like it.
All right, there's a bidding war that has ensued after a recent auction for a pair of dirty, nasty old pants. I mean, really, really old. The pants were literally pulled from a gold rush era mine shaft in New Mexico. According to the listing, the Levi jeans are believed to be from the 1880s, and they are one of the oldest known pairs from the gold rush era. The jeans had the suspender buttons. They were marked with candle wax. They also had the iconic Levi Strauss patch, which looks nearly indistinguishable from today's. The dusty pair of Levi's ended up in the hands of a vintage clothing dealer from San Francisco. And guess how much those jeans went for? $76,000.
So the waist was 38 and the length was 32.
That would fit you?
No, not even close.
Just thought I'd ask.
I don't think.
I didn't, you know.
I don't think they
They'd
would.
fit me.
They'd have to clean them first.
$76,000.
For a pair of old, nasty, moldy, dusty.
What if there's any gold dust on them?
That's a good question. Now that would be interesting.
I would want to know that. Yeah. Interesting indeed. All right, y'all. 82 degrees is where we have been able to make it up to so far. Of course, we still have plenty of hours to warm into the afternoon, so it'll be an above average one out there. 83 is the average for this time of year. We should sit shy of that 95-degree record set back in 2015. It was a warmer than average morning as well. Now, we are going to see those warmer than average temperatures continue as we head into the upcoming weekend. But yes, fall-like feel returns next week behind Sunday night's cold front. We'll have another check of that forecast in a few. All right, so it wasn't a bad start to the morning, especially across the central and northern portions of South Texas, where we still had that relatively drier air in place. We had that front that moved through Thursday morning. Didn't really do a whole lot for us in terms of temperatures, but it did filter in those lower humidity values. It was still a little muggy across the southern reaches of our area to kickstart this Friday morning. And really, we are going to continue to see those dew points continue to rise into the afternoon and even more so this weekend. It is going to be a warm one out there once again this afternoon, seeing more peaks of sunshine. That morning cloud cover that we had developed across San Antonio is starting to scatter out and break up just a little bit more. Notice as we take a look at the change in dew points from now compared to this time yesterday, where we were already starting to see some of that drier air take over. Those numbers elevated, so that Gulf moisture is pumping in now that our winds have shifted back in from the southeast. So you likely are going to notice that, especially this weekend. We've got more muggy mornings in the works, followed by still plenty hot afternoons. This afternoon, upper 80s, low 90s expected. We've got a forecast high around 89 to 90 officially here in San Antonio, 89 in Uvalde, 87 up in Kerrville this afternoon, 91 in Pleasanton, maybe a little bit warmer the farther south that you go. That is reflected in today's climate shift index, which essentially just means that today's warmer than average temperatures could be contributed to some climate change. If you want to know more about that, we do have an article up on the homepage of KSAT.com. But still, if you're stepping out for any of those Friday evening plans, it will be a little warm out there, say to an area football game around 7 p.m. kickoff time. Those temperatures in the mid 80s here in San Antonio. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. By halftime, we're near about 80 degrees. Sunset at 7:04. So we are going to see that moisture continue into the upcoming weekend. Still muggy mornings, low 70s out there here in town, transitioning to the upper 80s, low 90s into the afternoons. We've got that 10% chance for maybe an isolated shower out there this afternoon before the work week wraps up, and then even better and welcome chances as we head into the beginning of next week, especially by Sunday night and into Monday as we see this next cold front move into South Texas. This one definitely has more of an impact on our forecast compared to the one that we saw move through on yesterday, not just in terms of that rain chance, but also how it is going to affect our temperatures with that more fall-like feel returning and pushing into South Texas. Now, this is not likely going to need to be fine-tuned here over the next couple of days, but it is looking like we could find some rainfall totals in the range of 1 to maybe even 2 inches. So definitely needed there. And then just take a look at those temperatures into next week. You will need the jackets in the morning, starting off in the 50s and highs contained to the 70s.
And 60% chance of rain.
There you go.
Doesn't get better than that.
We have never put a whole lot of stock in the preseason for the Spurs, which is probably a pretty good thing.
You know what, though? The preseason, obviously, they're trying to get in tune for the regular season, but they could also use some wins because that helps out the confidence. But the Spurs did not win last night, and as Devin Vassell said, they're just a young team. They're still learning. And in high school volleyball, Corinne Garrow from Bernie, Geneva reached a pretty cool milestone. Coming up. The Spurs lost their preseason finale to the Thunder last night, 118-112 at the AT&T Center. Second-year guard Joshua Primo led the Spurs with 23 points off the bench. Keldon Johnson was next with 19, and Devin Vassell scored 18.
We're still young. We're obviously the youngest team in the league, so it's going to be a lot of learning, growing, adjusting. This game, Primo played well. He was very aggressive, and we're going to need that from him throughout the season. I think that we lacked a lot defensively.
Spurs will now practice and get ready for their regular season opener Wednesday night with the Charlotte Hornets. The big game for Week 8 of Big Game coverage features Alamo Heights facing Harlandale for the District 14 5A Division II title, and that's one of the 9 games you'll be able to stream live on the BGC app. KSAT 12's Andrew Seeley has more on tonight's streaming schedule.
It's very important having this undefeated record. The momentum we have, I hope to carry it over into the game.
You can't go overconfident to any game. You have to go and treat every opponent like they're going to be the best team in the world, and so we have to prepare adequately for that.
For the first time since 2014, Alamo Heights and Harlandale will meet on the gridiron. There isn't much history between the Mules and Indians over the last decade, but there's plenty of mutual respect. Both teams enter Friday's matchup with high-flying offenses and matching 5-0 records in district play.
It's everything that you want, in a team, they do. And so we have to match that. Our intensity, our effort, our speed of the game. We've got to be a little bit faster, a little bit better than they are on Friday.
Alamo Heights is the type of team that you want to measure yourself up against, and they're a very good team. It'll be a great challenge for us to play against them, and it will be a playoff atmosphere.
Elsewhere in Class 5A action, Veterans Memorial looks to bounce back from a tough loss to Liberty Hill last week with a game against Bastrop Friday night in 13-5A Division II. The Patriots' offense is red hot, scoring at least 31 points in every game they've played this season.
That is a shot down the field. He's got a man.
And in Class 14 4A Division I, 1-0 Somerset travels to 1-0 Fredericksburg. The Bulldogs and Billies both come into Friday's matchup after posting dominant shutout district victories. You can catch all 3 of these games live streaming on the BGC app starting at 7 p.m. We'll have all the highlights on the night beat. For KSAT 12 Sports, I'm Andrew Seeley.
Congratulations to Senior outside hitter Corinne Garrow, who topped 2,000 kills on Tuesday night. And here's the video capturing the awesome moment. Corinne entered that match 15 kills short of 2K, and she finished the night with 2,004 kills. She also set a new school record for kills and helped her team win 3-0 on senior night to end the regular season. Now, Bernie Geneva beat Incarnate Word Corpus Christi last night in a district tournament match, and Garrow had another 28 kills.
That's a lot of hurt on the other team, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot of heavy hitting right there.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, we got Fiona and Jen rounding out the work week. Thank you.
Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. We are in full fall and Halloween mode on the show today because it is back, it's bigger, it's scarier than ever. We check out one of the biggest Halloween events in Texas and how you can score tickets for free. So stick around for that.
Ooh, I'm excited about that. And pumpkin lovers, listen up. Michael Bowler, owner of Gather Brewing Company, is here with us today. Welcome. And you have a delicious waffle that we're going to learn how to make, right? Perfect
Yes,
for the season.
absolutely.
How do we get started?
So we're going to add some butter to the pan. We're just going to heat these waffles. These are legit.
Throw it right in?
Just throw it in there.
Ooh,
Yep.
there
These
it
are made in
goes.
Belgium. They have pearl sugar in them. They're delicious. So we're just going to heat them up and get them ready.
I guess we'll have to taste too, right? Later. All right,
Absolutely.
thanks, Michael.
I love hearing that sizzle. All right, so what is a mentalist? Okay, that's not a mentalist, all right? But we've got one here. He's been on America's Got Talent, and he's going to step into our minds with a twist on magic.
Yes, I can't wait to hear more about that. But it's not Richard.
No, okay. And what's creepier than a doll? Well, not much for some folks, where you can catch a good scare surrounded by hundreds of vintage dolls at a brand new museum in a house over 100 years old.
Ooh, okay, I'm already scared, Fiona. Also on today's Happy Space, we talk with Emmy-winning TV host and fabulous Eye for Design, Bobby Burke from Netflix show Queer Eye, and he has a beautiful makeover project happening near the medical center. We'll tell you all about it.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
Mark your calendars. R&B legends coming to San Antonio. The R&B Rewind Tour is set for December 3rd at the AT&T Center.
The throwback concert is going to feature Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown, Teddy Riley, Tony, and is that right? Tony, or Tony Tone?
I think it's Tony.
I had it right. Okay, Tony. R&B legends. For more information, the R&B Rewind Tour, you can head to our website, KSAT.com.
Doesn't happen often that you're right.
That I'm right.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially when it comes to musical artists.
Fair enough. All right, y'all, let's get you one final look at the rest of today. It's going to be hot out there for mid-October, upper 80s, low 90s, partly cloudy skies, and a little muggy probably later tonight as we continue to see that humidity filter back into the area. You really will notice that this weekend. Still hot out there, morning 70s, afternoon 90s, but then that front that moves in Sunday night and Monday gives us a good chance for some scattered rain and storms to kick off next week, and then cooler air filters back into the area.
Thank you, Mia. I have to correct that. If it's country music,
No, we're good.
he's the expert.
Country and top 40.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. All right.
Now you know.
So yeah, it's going to be a fantastic Friday on the SA Live. It starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Hello. Yes, we have a lovely audience today. Happy Friday, pumpkin lovers. Check this out right here. We're in full fall and Halloween mode today on SA Live. Yes, I'm hungry. I'm Jen Tobias Drosky, by the way. Hello, good afternoon.
And good afternoon, I'm Fiona Gorstiza. All right, well, we've got a lot of great stuff for you today, so let's jump right in to that gorgeous waffle. See what we did there? See what we did? We're full of the jokes on Fridays. It's one of the special items on the fall brunch menu at a local brewery, and they're putting just as much love into their food as they do in their brew.
Oh my gosh, I'm drooling over here. Michael Bowler, owner of Gather Brewing Company, is here with us today to tell us why this waffle, where is it, right there? Yeah, is worth waking up for. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So happy to have you.
All right, so what is it officially called?
It's our October pumpkin waffle. So we do a new one every month, and this is October's waffle.
And we
Just
get to
fit
learn how to
perfectly.
make this.
We do.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
How do we get started?
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead, and we already have cream cheese in your bowl there. We're going to add the sugar. It's pre-measured for you. We have our proprietary pumpkin spice blend.
Okay.
And we'll just go ahead and whisk that in there together.
Okay. And so while we're doing that, when did you guys start doing brunch?
So we started doing brunch about 2 months ago. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm sure you're better at this than I am. I'm trying, but it's...
Is it all of this?
Here it is. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what's next? We're just going to speed it up a little for TV, but
Yep,
yes.
absolutely.
So next.
So next, we're going to add the pumpkin in there.
Okay. Pumpkin. And let's talk more about the influence on your menu too.
Yes, so we have a lot of Korean fusion type menu items. We're really passionate about bringing those flavors in. I spent some time in Korea and fell in love with the cuisine. So we make kimchi in-house, and we try to add that to some American and Mexican flavors.
Got it. Okay. I love the fusions.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing
And
good.
you were in the Coast Guard, right?
I was, yes. I did 8 years active in the Coast Guard. I was actually a cook, and so a lot of my R&D for opening the restaurant came
From there?
Yeah,
Did you have
absolutely.
a favorite or a popular one, amongst everyone that you made? A popular dish?
I think it was probably the Korean tacos. We have a Korean brisket taco. It's really delicious.
I'm
yes.
intrigued by that. Okay. Okay, so I added another pumpkin
Yep,
in
so we're
here.
going to add this last pumpkin
last
here.
one? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
I've made a mess.
How are you doing over there?
It's all about making
It's a
messes.
mess. That's a part, right? But it smells amazing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now what do we do?
So now we're going to add whipped cream. So I'm going to divide this in half and just scoop it in there while you're mixing.
Okay. Yep. A lot of love that goes into making this, right? And you have somebody
A lot
special
of
here
love,
that
lot
helped to
of
create this
patience.
recipe for you.
Yeah, so Brittany Gale is one of our chefs at Gather, and she's actually here with her family, and she creates our waffle of the month. So she's really passionate about this and does awesome work.
All right.
I'm so glad she's here. Look at her. There she
There you
is.
go.
Look at that. How
Yes.
precious. All right. So we continue to kind of fold this in, right?
Yep. Mix it as much as you can there.
Okay.
This is a good little workout.
It
here,
is.
too.
Sure is. Okay. And tell us about what you've got. What's the burger right there?
So this is our boar burger. It's one of our staples on the menu. We do a house ground pork patty, 50-50 with smoked bacon in there. And then we have a beef patty from a local farm with cheddar cheese, hot cherry peppers, porter caramelized onions, and caramel whiskey sauce.
What?
Caramel whiskey
I'm like,
sauce?
can you repeat
Caramel
that?
whiskey.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds
And the
amazing.
caramel whiskey is actually going on our waffle today as well.
There's nothing I don't like about everything you just said.
How am I doing here?
You're doing pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Consistency is we're getting there.
Okay.
Yep.
And then obviously you also have the beer. So.
Yes. So right here we have our Belgian Tripel. We have our Universal City lager, to the city we hail from. And then we have some cans of our red ale, Remembrance Red Ale.
Do you have a favorite?
I think the red is probably my favorite right now.
Okay.
It's been really
All right.
popular.
So I think I'm at the stopping point.
Awesome.
Because my arm's tired. I think it's time for a beer.
I think so too. Absolutely.
So what's next? Yes.
What's next?
So next we're going to take these waffles out of here. One
Can I
on
just grab
display
it?
and one over there. Absolutely.
I got you, Fiona.
Okay, thank you.
And
Waffles
speaking
are
of
nice and hot.
Oh, it's okay.
No
it's
worries.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's only for me.
Speaking of working out, you do some fitness too, right? Because we got our little workout here. But you have different events, right?
Yes. So we do a boot camp for fitness on Saturday mornings at 9, right before brunch opens. And then we also have a run club on Wednesdays. Anniversary is coming up on December 10th, our first year anniversary.
First year anniversary.
well there.
And the big event happening this weekend.
Tomorrow,
Yep.
SA Beer Fest. So we'll be there along with a lot of our breweries in town, and it should be a fun party.
Sounds fun, and the food
Perfect.
and
We'll drizzle some whiskey caramel on there.
On it.
Yep, can't go too. Yep, perfect.
Well done.
Some pecan pieces.
Ta-da!
Beautiful.
All right. Tell folks where to find you.
We're in Universal City, right outside the gate of Randolph Air Force Base, and open, ready to see you, and
Ready to start
excited
it?
to meet you.
Yes. All right. Well, you can try Gather Brewing Company at the San Antonio Beer Festival tomorrow from noon to 6:30 at Crockett Park, and you can try the pumpkin cheesecake waffle at their location in Universal City. For more information, you know what to do. Just head to our website, salive.com, and click on that As Seen on SA Live tab.
Thank you. All right, a brand new museum is skewering up a good time with a creaky attic and hundreds of creepy dolls.
Yep, tis true. We dare you to visit the Haunted Dollhouse at the Retro Fun Museum. Ooh. Well, Halloween is coming up, and what can be creepier than a doll? We are here inside the Haunted Dollhouse at the Retro Fun Museum, and joining me right now to tell us all about the happy haunting that goes on is owner Giovanna Albrecht.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to put this down, but I'm going to need this in a little bit, all right? Because when people come to visit here, we are upstairs in the attic, which is the Haunted Dollhouse. And you have amassed about how many dolls, would you say?
You know, I still haven't counted them because we still have a shed and a storage full of them that we still haven't put up. So right now, I would say we have at least a couple of thousands, maybe.
Wow!
Yes.
Okay, so if dolls creep you out, you might be a little nervous up here, right?
Right.
If you're someone like that.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the individual scenes and setups up here.
I wanted something that could fit an attic and people could enjoy. So we basically picked up fabrics, picked up all the stuff, and our curator, Jara Hoover, she started setting up everything according to what she thought would be prettier for each setup.
So how long ago did you start collecting these dolls?
7 years ago.
Only 7 years ago?
Yes, it's been a full-time task. The more I learn about them, the more creeped out I became, because how can something so innocent create both emotions on people?
And so when you were collecting, where did you go to find all these dolls?
Garage sales, thrift stores, definitely Goodwill. They all know me by name probably. And just some I started biddings on eBay and things like that. Some I won, some I didn't win, some I gave up because they were too pricey. Just thinking about the dolls, they're like taking over me kind of.
So this is open on the weekends right now, right?
For now, yes.
For now. But it's going to be open kind of all year long.
Correct.
Tell me, does it change seasonally?
Yes.
What happens up here in the attic?
Well, for example, for Christmas, we're going to do a gingerbread dollhouse, and all the little houses are going to be having Christmas celebration and Christmas dinner. And
so, is it haunted?
Yes. How can a house that is not over 100 years old not be? The dolls have a lot of spirits and a lot of energy, you know, but they still feel like they're watching you, and we won't come up here by ourselves at night. We hear all sorts of noises, and when we were working on the dolls, we had all sorts of scratches and things that we didn't know how we got them, like scratched up everywhere.
So if folks want to come out and visit, tell them how they can do that.
Okay, we're located at 619 West Hildebrand Avenue. It's $10 per person. We're open Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, and for all that information, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab,
where we've provided a link.
Oh, what was that? You know, some of those dolls date back as early, to the early 1900s, and I'm told the museum will be open all year, and it's going to change seasonally with themes. Now, the dolls are going to stay, unless, of course, one follows you home.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you got me scared. The music too, by the way. Well, if you're up for it, the Retro Fun Museum is open Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, so that got us thinking. What creeps you out the most? You know, let us know. I mean,
yes, clowns, spiders, roaches. Yours is sharks, right?
Mm-hmm. Sharks.
Yes, just tag
sticker
us.
shock at the grocery store. Gas prices. 3-year-olds.
3-year-olds. Oh my goodness. Yes, let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook or Twitter, and we may share your answers later in the show. Still ahead on SA Live, one of the Fab Five was here in the Alamo City doing his makeover magic. We chat with Bobby Burke from the Netflix show Queer Eye about the big transformation he's doing in town.
But first, a local entertainer was on America's Got Talent and a Las Vegas stage. He's about to step into our minds with his twist on magic. It's next on SA Live.